It's a good low-key Dark Souls painting to put in your house. Only true fans would walk past it and be like, wait, hold on. Is that Harry Amos? It is a Harry Amos. For a while in my house, I had a canvas picture of, oh, what is that place? I think it's Solitude from Skyrim. Not like Solitude was my favorite city, far from it, but it had a beautiful view, and its castle was on the edge of a cliff, so it made for a cool picture. Didn't outrightly say it was Skyrim, you just kind of had to know that, oh, is that Solitude? Nobody ever realized it. Whoop. Humanity. Let's give this guy his humanity. It's gotta suck to die strung up like that. Which, I have been strung up like that, accidentally. There was a time, say, when I was 6 years old, that I was in love with Batman. You know, the George Clooney version, Batman and Robin. God, I love that movie. Mr. Freeze. Anyways, there's a scene in that movie where I think Robin or Batgirl is sliding off of a cliff during like a motorcycle race. And then Robin tries to save Batgirl, Alicia Silverstone, and his attempts fail. So she pulls out a grappling gun and is just like, looks like I saved you. I had a huge crush on Alicia Silverstone because of that movie as a kid. But yeah, I was inspired by that scene where he tried to save her and she saved him instead. And I tied rope around my feet, dressed in my Batman costume, tied the other end to the top of my bunk bed, and just swan dove off at the top. Because I thought it would work like in the movies. But they had a grappling hook. It wasn't a bungee cord, but it sure acted like it was a bungee cord. Mine was not a bungee cord. I just tied a straight up rope to my feet and then leapt off. I need to heal. Am I toxic? I think I am toxic. There we go. Anyways, after I jumped off of my bunk bed with rope tied to my feet, I smacked my face on my writing desk on the way down, and then just sort of hung there for about 30 or 40 minutes until my parents came home. I'm sure they were worried, but I remember them being pretty upset that I was in that state. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. But if you leave your 6-year-old alone and subject him to George Clooney, Batman, and Robin, something's bound to happen. Go away. There we go. Hey, who's that? There's a shadow of a guy. He's just a shadow of a man. Dark Souls has graphics glitches like that. He's either below us or above us. It was you. This dragon ain't looking too healthy. Looks a lot like the dragon in Valley of the Drakes. Wonder what happened to him. Looks like the abyss swallowed him. Time to do the brave thing and stand in a corner. An unreachable corner. Oh yeah, Dark Moon Bow. Get it. It's doing some decent damage. It could have been pretty neat to find the remains of this guy in Ariandel in Dark Souls 3. I don't think we came across any dragons in Ariandel. This one's hardly in this world. He looks like he was here, well, 1,000 years ago. Has this painting world been suffering as long as our character's world has? That's a shield over there. I already got one. And we've almost come full circle already. I like how there's a little fog wall for this. It's kind of reminiscent of, hey, do you remember this boss? We're not going to treat it like an actual boss, but you remember, right? Wrath of Gods. That's better. That is the best cleric spell, hands down. It's the best get the hell away from me spell. There we go. So those phalanx soldiers with the shields and spears, they're arguably the best spot to grind for souls if you're not very good at PvP online and you're not confident in your boss running capabilities. That's the way to go. Alright, we want these skeletons to stay down. One at a time, please. I think there's about 6 of them down here. One back there. One over there. 2 of them. Aw, crap. That's okay. Just dodge them again. Okay. 3 down. Guess there's only 5? No, there's 6. Jeez. Get out of here. Yep, there was a total of 6. There's more if you go into one of the corridors here, but we're not going to do that. Now this is the same place as in Ariandel where those bloated flies are that inflict bleeds damage on you. There's also a ton of corpses down here and there's rot everywhere. But it looks a lot different here. This place is also in advanced stages of ruin. So I'm wondering if time moves a little funny in the painting world. Because it almost seems like this takes place after the events of Dark Souls 3 and Ariandel. Right? When all the rot has been burned away? I don't know, the ceiling is a little bit low in here. There's just too many things that are a little bit different. Why would the cathedral be more intact in Dark Souls 3 if it was set afterwards? I guess it could have been rebuilt around the statues inside. Who knows? Somebody out there might. The developers, I guess. But it seems like sometimes they don't even know what the heck they're doing. The teams are too big for them to corroborate. So they were just like, let's leave most of the storyline out and let the fans put it together. And we'll tell them if they're right or wrong. This is the same statue that Sister Fried is sitting next to. So at least that stayed the same. Whoa, I knocked him all the way over here. When you dump a lot of points into Faith, the more Wrath of the Gods you can get, the better. That is like the best cleric spell to be using for groups of enemies. There we go. Now we can deal with this guy in peace. Do it again. I'm just now realizing when I killed this guy on my most recent playthrough, I'm not sure I was recording. It was the guy back in the first castle area. He dropped a greatsword even though he was wielding a mace. So you can grind the enemy that looks like this in the beginning of the game, next to the lift by the gargoyle demons. And he can drop a greatsword even though he's not wielding one. I feel like this tower, though, we were able to be at the bottom of it in Ariandel, and that's where we fought the Grave Tinder, the champion's Grave Tinder and his wolf. It was by a tower that looked exactly like this. I would love to compare both of the worlds side by side and try to make all the correlations I can between the different areas that we can get to.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Nobody ever gives me time enough to tell them who I am. They all ask, "Who are you?" but then immediately continue talking. Her face is looking pretty evil, not gonna lie. Look at that expression, that's sinister. But she was so polite.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
I don't like killing her. I'm a fan of Yorshka in Dark Souls 3, and she's either her offspring or just a less powerful version of her. Because she has the tail, she's all fuzzy and radiant, she's barefoot. Looks identical. Well, I'm sorry for this.
I expected as much from thee.
Did you?
Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
Because I can't die. Kind of immortal. Ugh. Oh, come on, I hit you. You're supposed to turn visible. Looking for footprints. There we go. Would you please turn visible already? There we go. I don't think I can chop off her tail this time. It drops the best dagger in the game if you manage to chop off her tail. So that must mean she's part dragon. I guess that's obvious with the whole tail thing, but are dragons fuzzy? I don't think so. I'm surprised she hasn't turned invisible again. Give me that tail. Give me that tail. Break me off a piece of that Priscilla tail.
But why? What seeketh thee?
Nah, we weren't able to get it. Probably use a smaller weapon that does less damage and just keep attacking that tail till it falls off. Well, that was kind of sad, but that was all of Ariamus. What if she was just trying to trick us, and she's like, oh, the way home, you just gotta plunge off that cliff right there. It's really not the way home. That's just her way of dealing with stupid people. Is that gonna return me to Ariamus? Better not. It might, though. Where's it gonna take me? I'm afraid, because I can't warp out of Ariamus. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk on out of here, I think. Ow. No way. Man, enemies are so much faster than you. I tried to run and do a spinning attack, like a sprinting. Oh my god. You're not even gonna drop me over at the Dark Moon area? You suck. Is this gonna take me somewhere else at least? No. Oh god, I hate this game sometimes. So apparently, even if I had used Homeward, it wouldn't have taken me out of there, but it would have dropped me someplace where I couldn't use a bonfire. Okay, with Ariamus out of the way, I guess that only leaves Ulasil. So we've got Manus, Calamite, and Gale. 3 of the hardest bosses left for the end. Who's worse, Manus or Calamite? I think I will take on Manus first. There's a key that we need in order to even reach Calamite, and I think it's on the way to Manus. To Ulasil Township, then. We'll fix our hollow status after we get that key. What? Ah, they're magic people, that's right. This is a magic sword. How about this one? Let's test out which one does more damage. The Abyss or the Cursed Greatsword? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guess we're not testing that right now. Okay. 2, 3. Alright. Now how about the Cursed Greatsword? One, 2, pretty dang similar. So it just comes down to which weapon art I like the most, and I don't use them, either of them, very often. That's not what I'm changing. I love the wood grain ring for that. Their elbows are so weird. How did it get this way? The Abyss does some weird things to people. No? No Marvelous Chester? Oh, I'm hollow. He must not invade. I don't believe you. Can I please have the symbol of avarice already? What? What? Well, whatever it is, I already have one. I think it might be one of those giant carvings that says, hello! Peace. Oh, he didn't fly off the edge. Kind of surprising. He was pointed that way. Woo! Oh, you laughing? How you laughing now? Go meet Manus. Tagged him through the wall.